How to properly ventilate the srcool33k. In this video, we will discuss how to properly ventilate the srcool33k in-row cooling system, including precautions to take to ensure efficient ventilation as well as problems to avoid in venting the system. The procedure shown in this video is for illustration purposes only. The supply and exhaust ducts must be ducted out of the conditioned room for the unit to cool properly, usually into the room's drop ceiling plenum. To begin, install the 4 included flex duct tubes to the supply and exhaust ducts on the unit. The supply ducts are situated near the front of the unit, while the exhaust ducts are near the rear of the unit. Be sure to use only the provided ducts when ventilating the unit, as additional lengths may significantly degrade the unit's performance. Ensure the plenum space is large enough to provide adequate airflow volume and is capable of treating the hot air exhausted by the unit. Tripp Lite recommends a minimum plenum height of 20 inches for optimal performance. When ducting the supply and exhaust in the plenum space, both ducts should be angled at 90 degrees, with the supply ducts pointed to the fresh air supply and the exhaust ducts pointed to the building's HVAC return. Ducting the supply and exhaust straight up into the plenum is not recommended, as it will result in decreased cooling performance and can damage the unit. The exhaust tubes at the rear of the unit should extend at least 6 inches higher into the plenum than the supply tubes at the front of the unit. To achieve this, it may be necessary to secure the duct tubes above the ceiling. Failure to ensure that the exhaust tubes are higher than the supply tubes may allow hot air to bypass the airflow between the ducts and be taken in by the supply tubes, which can cause the unit to shut down. Let's take a moment to review proper ventilation of the srcool33k. The ventilation must be run out of the conditioned room. If venting to drop ceiling plenum space, ensure at least 20 inches between the drop ceiling tile and the top of the plenum space for proper ventilation. Ensure that the ducts have a 90-degree bend and point away from each other. And install the exhaust duct at least 6 inches higher than the supply duct. Following these simple guidelines will ensure your srcool33k will operate as expected and extend the life of the unit. Thank you for your interest in Tripp Lite products. For additional help installing or operating your product, contact your Tripp Lite representative or our customer service department.